In this video, I'm going to share 10 common reasons why Ozempic won't help you lose weight. Hi, I'm Jared, a registered nurse and health coach who was diagnosed with and reversed my own type 2 diabetes. Let's jump in. The scale won't budge. You're on Ozempic or Wegovy, doing everything right. Nothing's happening. The problem may not be the medication. A lot of times, it's one of these 10 mistakes. I'm going to show you all 10 so you can see which one is possibly sabotaging your results. And mistake number 5 is probably in your kitchen right now. You bought it because the label said it was healthy, it's marketed for weight loss, and it has more sugar than ice cream. I'll show you that one in a few minutes. Let's start with mistake number 1. This first mistake is going to sound backwards. Everyone tells you to eat less to lose weight. Calories in, calories out. So when you're on Ozempic and you have zero appetite, it seems logical to just eat as little as possible. But here's what I see happening with a lot of people on GLP-1s. They're eating under 1,000 calories a day, and their weight loss slows way down or stalls completely. Over time, your body starts protecting itself. Metabolism adapts. Hormones shift. Your body becomes more resistant to letting go of fat because it doesn't feel safe. That's a plateau, and you feel absolutely terrible while this is happening. You're exhausted, moody, and hungry, but still the scale refuses to move. Ozempic is powerful, but it can't override your body's natural survival mechanisms. And here's what works instead. Getting at least 1,200 to 1,500 calories a day. If you want a bigger deficit to push your weight loss, increase your activity instead of cutting your calories lower. When your body gets what it needs consistently, it feels safe enough to let go of fat. When you starve yourself, it does the exact opposite. Now, this next mistake has nothing to do with what you eat. This one is something that almost nobody talks about, and it might be the reason you're stuck. It's not about food. It's not about exercise. It's about how you're eating. The shot itself helps you feel full faster. That's one of the main benefits. But here's the catch. It only works if you eat slowly enough for the signal to actually reach your brain. Some people rush through meals the same speed they always did. What happens? They overeat before the fullness signal hits. Then 10 minutes later, nausea. Or worse, they throw up. Now this is super common, but it's completely avoidable. The fix is to take at least 20 minutes per meal. Put your fork down between bites. Sip water while you eat. Actually taste your food. Notice the texture, the flavor, the aroma. Set a timer if you need to. But the more mindful you are, the less you'll eat and the better you'll feel. Some of this seems really small, but it's all critical. Mistake number 3 is sneaky because it feels like you're doing the right thing. You're barely eating anything. Maybe a small snack here, a few bites there, just a handful of almonds, a couple of crackers. You're thinking, I'm eating so little, why isn't this working? Here's what's actually happening. Every time you eat, insulin goes up. And when insulin stays elevated all day, your body spends less time in fat-burning mode and more time storing that energy. So when you graze all day long, your body rarely gets a break from insulin, and that makes fat loss harder over time. What works instead is to eat 2 or 3 actual meals. Then give your body 4 to 5 hours of rest between them. That's where the magic happens. That's when you burn fat. If you're getting hungry between meals, it's usually one of 2 things. You're dehydrated, or the food you're eating isn't what your body needs. That brings me to another mistake that looks healthy on the surface, but quietly wrecks progress for a lot of people. Walk down any grocery aisle and you'll see it. Low sugar, keto-friendly, net carbs, good for gut health. It all sounds great. It all sounds like it will help you lose weight, but it's marketing. And the food industry is counting on the fact that you're not going to read the fine print. One of the worst offenders is flavored yogurt. It's everywhere. It's marketed as perfect for gut health, perfect for weight loss, doctor recommended, and it shows up on diet plans all the time. But check the label. Some brands have more sugar than ice cream, almost no protein, zero fiber. So what happens when you eat it? Your blood sugar spikes hard. You get no satiety whatsoever. Then you crash, and you're more hungry than before you ate it. The bottom line is a lot of these things are not health food. They're dessert. If you want to eat in a way that supports your goals, try plain Greek yogurt. It has actual protein, no added sugar, and you can add things to it that actually support your goals. My personal rule is to eat real food with real ingredients that I can recognize. And here's a trick that nobody teaches. Don't just read the label, write down how you feel after you eat something. Do you feel bloated? Are your cravings worse? You know, food companies employ very smart people whose entire job is to make you buy their product and then eat as much of it as possible. Another mistake I see all the time is one that almost no one mentions, and it's an easy mistake to make because the shot doesn't touch your cravings for it. A daily coffee with flavor shots, the juice you grabbed at the health food store, the wine on Friday nights. They all add up faster than you think. And the problem with liquid calories is they don't fill you up. Your body doesn't register them the same way it registers food, but they spike your insulin just as hard as eating, sometimes harder. So that $7 cold-pressed green juice marketed as healthy, it has zero fiber. It's loaded with fructose, and all the nutrients that make fruits and vegetables good for you got left in the press. Personally, I try to stick to water, black coffee, or unsweetened tea. If you absolutely need smoothies, blend the whole food so you at least keep the fiber. Then add some protein and skip any added sugars. It's important to know that juicing removes everything good and fills the glass with liquid sugar. The next mistake happens every single morning before you've even really started your day. You wake up, you're trying to be healthy, you have a banana, a bowl of oatmeal with some oat milk, maybe some cinnamon and a drizzle of local honey to make it taste good. Sounds healthy, right? Well, here's what often happens. People start the day with very little protein, mostly fast-digesting carbs, and they have a blood sugar spike early in the day. For a lot of people, that starts a blood sugar roller coaster before the day even begins. What if you started with protein instead? Eggs and some meat, Greek yogurt with nuts, a protein shake with greens. When you break your overnight fast with protein, you turn your body into a fat-burning engine for the entire day. But when you start with sugar and carbs, you're going to be in fight mode until bedtime. The next mistake sounds obvious, but almost no one gets it right, especially those on these medications. These drugs kill your appetite. That's what they're designed to do. But here's what happens. When you're eating way less food, what you do eat becomes absolutely critical. Most people are completely missing the one thing their body needs most to actually lose fat instead of muscle. A lot of people lose more muscle than they realize, and that's when metabolism starts slowing down. If you're losing weight quickly, without enough protein or resistance training, muscle loss becomes a real risk. Most people mess up with protein. You need 30 to 50 grams per meal. That's a chicken breast or 2 eggs plus some Greek yogurt. When you eat it early in the day, it helps crush cravings. Now here's why this matters so much. Protein protects your muscle, and muscle keeps your metabolism running. When you lose muscle, your body burns fewer calories, and the scale can stop moving. Nearly 3/4 of Americans don't hit their daily protein goal. By fixing this one thing, you're already ahead of most of everybody else. Now, the next mistake is something your body desperately needs that almost no one is getting enough of. And if you're dealing with constipation or digestive issues, this may be why. GLP-1s slow down your digestion. That's partially how they keep you full longer. But that slowdown creates a problem. Your gut starts struggling. Things back up. And when digestion is off, weight loss often becomes harder than it needs to be. Most people try to fix this with more water or a laxative, but that may not be what your body really needs. For many people, especially those on GLP-1s, fiber is helpful for digestion, gut motility, and long-term metabolic health. It does 3 critical things. First, it cleans out your digestive system like a scrub brush. Second, it feeds the good bacteria that regulate your metabolism and blood sugar. And third, it helps keep your intestines healthy so you can actually absorb the nutrients that you're taking in from your food. Most experts recommend 25 to 30 grams a day. Flax seeds, leafy greens, berries, and avocados can all be good choices. The next mistake is something even more basic that most people are missing. People on GLP-1s lose way more of it than they realize, and it feels exactly like hunger. You think you're hungry, so you eat, but what you actually needed was water. Dehydration also makes all the common side effects worse. Nausea, constipation, fatigue, everything gets amplified. And a lot of the early weight loss is water weight. You have to replace it. So why not start every morning with a full glass of water and then sip throughout the day? This is going to make everything easier. Digestion, energy, side effects. Simple things like this are easy to do, but they're also easy not to do. The last mistake is the one that I see derail people long term, and it's the reason so many stop the medication within a year and gain all of the weight back and then gain even more. It's the mistake of thinking the shot does all the work for you. Medicine is not a magic wand. It's a tool. You still have to do the work. If things stay the same, results are usually limited. But the good news is, this is the part that you control. The medication gives you support. It makes you right decisions easier. But you still have to make those choices. If you're going to use the shot, use that time to build real habits. Eat whole foods. Move your body every day. Get good sleep. Manage stress. This journey isn't just about a number on a scale. It's about you reclaiming your life, your confidence, and your health for the long term. Now, these are 10 reasons why Ozempic may not help you lose weight. If you avoid these, you'll likely see massive improvements, whether you're on the shot or not. And you may find making these changes easier if you track your progress. Use a notebook or your phone's note app. Write down what you eat, how you feel, what's working and what's not. The scale might not move for a week, but are your cravings better? Is your energy up? Are you sleeping through the night? Are your labs improving? We call those non-scale victories, or NSV. If you want a complete plan, I put together a free guide called 6 Steps to Reverse Diabetes Naturally. You'll find it in the description below. It gives you a simple plan you can start today, with or without the shot. If this video helped you, hit the subscribe button. That helps us reach more people who need this information. And check out my next video. It's on the ugly side effects of Ozempic that no one is talking about. The link's below. I'll see you there.